Hey everybody, welcome back. I am going somewhere. Somewhere. I'm just going. Who wants to go? Oh, come on now. Don't everybody raise your hands at once. No one wants to go? Alright. I'm glad I got my bags packed. It's going to be a journey. So I'm going to head off at this next stop, and you all continue on that roller coaster now. Because the time may come when we don't have it. Is anybody else starting to look at really like taking a deep breath in and really looking around at really what's going on? I mean, there's stuff out here that I just shake my head at, because I'm like, is this stuff really happening? I mean, is this truthfully what this world's becoming? I was watching a Saturday Night Live skit thing, and they had these Santa Clauses. They had a black Santa Claus and a white Santa Claus, and you had to pick. And I believe it was Chris Rock that was dressed up like the elf. And now I know it's supposed to be funny, but it almost like made, the white people, well, you got to pick. And then he says something else, and, do you want your grandmother to put this card? If you pick, depending on which one you pick, it's either going to go on the refrigerator or go outside in the garage, the picture. I don't know. I just kind of thought that was kind of pushing the envelope for me. I mean, you want to talk about races. I mean, that's pretty much saying that all white people are racist. And then the black Santa Claus finally got up, which I believe it's Kenyon, or whatever you pronounce his name, from Good Burger. And then some Arabian guy come out there with his jacket all done. And I get it, it's supposed to be fun, but I didn't find nothing funny about it. I mean, I really didn't. And then when you mention this stuff, it's like, we're not supposed to feel like this. And that's what kills me. It's like, what do you mean we're not supposed to feel like this? How do you expect us not to feel? I mean, how would you feel if I came on there and did that to you? You would be offended by it. Well, I know if something's offended me, then there's something that's bothering me with it, and that is, I just think it's hate, and I don't like hate, and that's what that boils down to. And that's what I'm talking about. This stuff is starting to happen more and more. And they're trying to build us up into this race war that neither side can win, people. Neither side's going to win a race war. You may say, and some people may listen to this and go, oh, surely, no, good comes out of it. None. Because neither skin color, if you're a Christian, is glorifying God. If being a Christian that I am, we go to race war, somebody's going to have to just take my life. Because I'm not taking another person's life, and I sure don't have no problem with anybody that walks this earth. I don't care. If you're in a gang, go be in a gang. If you want to hate white people, hate white people. White people, you want to hate black people, you hate them. That's your prerogative. That's your choice. I mean, we got the skinheads, we got the Klan, we got the Black Panthers. I mean, we got the Hells Angels, the Misfits, the Warlocks. I mean, we can go down the list, people. Where does it end, and where does it start? It ends in our house, and it starts in our house. So it depends on which side you're going to be on, ending or starting it. That's unfortunately up to you. But ironically, the crazy thing about life is, why is it that it's dark when I go to work and dark when I come home? Does that light bother you guys? As I'm trying to get some light so you can actually see, but just it is what it is. Best I can do with it. At least you can see something. So I just keep feeling like something big is about to take place, and I haven't had a vision or anything like that on it, so I don't want to say it's that, but it's kind of like that New York thing. It just keeps coming back to me over and over, and every time I have that vision, I get another piece to it. So to me, I'm thinking, what if I finish that vision and I get all the pieces? Is that going to be the end for this earth? For the people that are remaining? They're going to be, the chosen are going to be taken out of here, and the rest of us going to be stuck. Stuck like Chuck. I don't know. I don't think I'm too far off on it. And we talked about the mark of the beast. You take the mark of the beast, you just signed your life straight into hell. We have an opportunity now to change it. So I'm excited. I'm excited on my way home, like I said. I'm excited to get home and see how the puppy's doing. Darlene's baby. Went off and had a baby without me. Now, how is that possible? I'm telling you right now. I didn't know any. Somebody's probably thinking, what? She went to what? It's probably the only part of the video they have to listen to. She went off and had a baby without you. What? But I'm going to volunteer to help me tomorrow do this Christmas video. You get to see the baby. Oh, what joy it is. Anybody done decorating for Christmas? I am. It was quick and easy. I left the lights up like the hillbilly I am. Part of the reason why, I'm just tired of getting up and down off the ladder. Speaking of, you realize, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. At least I hope not. I actually forgot how old I was. Literally. I had to ask Darlene. Darlene is 54. She'll be turning 55 in September next year, if we're still here. I will be turning 53 in March. 53. Wow. I don't know. I never thought I'd make it into my 50s. I never thought I'd make it into my 30s, to be honest with you. God has a reason, purpose, and a plan. Just gotta figure it out. So anyways, the lights were up. I had a small section over the one part of the window that went out last year, and I forgot all about it, and I plugged it in, and I was like, oh, darn. I didn't put the lights up around the banisters and stuff on the deck this year. I didn't do any of that, so I did put the sleigh and the reindeer out and the presents. There's 3 presents that Darlene had. They light up red, blue, and green, I think. I know the sleigh lights up red. The reindeer lights up all white, just bright white color, as if you guys really want to know. But at this point, I pretty much tell you guys anything and everything anyway, so maybe you do want to know. I don't know. I put the reef out. I lit up the breezeway and the fireplace. Got the garland on that, and through the video you guys will be able to see it. Hopefully it's dark enough you can see the outside. I'll give you a little spot of that, and the chimney. I guess it is a chimney. It's a fireplace. I got little CG stocking on there, Georgie, Little Nell, and Darlene named her puppet Dar. I don't know if I'll be doing much Dar Puppet by myself without her because, I don't know. I guess I could get my voice high like a kid. Maybe not. You ever wonder why people cut you off and then get in front of you and slam on the brakes and their car is like blowing out all kinds of crazy smoke? Two things come to mind. Either you are breaking down and you should probably get off the expressway before this thing ends up leaving you stranded on the expressway, especially in a fast lane, and then you're going to be wishing you were never in that lane. Or two, they're trying to get somebody to hit them for insurance scams. And yes, people, right now, insurance scams is happening more and more. So be very cautious and very careful what you're doing. And it is freezing in this car. Why is it freezing? Because the AC's on, Nelson. Oh, okay. Thanks, man. You got to yell at me. I'm sorry. You got to yell at me, man. Yes, I do. So, now what? The holidays is coming upon us again, and we get hit with that great old New Year's. How many people still celebrate New Year's? I don't. I just can't stay awake to watch the ball drop. I used to love it. Now I'd rather sleep. I'm serious. I'd rather just go to bed and sleep. My younger days, yeah, well, we all know what I was doing. Nobody needs to hear that drama story because that's about what it turns into, drama. You know, I think about my younger days and I think about where I was in that walk and how I've been in my walk with Jesus and how well my life has changed. And it's not just about the gifts and it's not about the change of life. It's how my life is better. And I don't stress as much as I mean, there's some days I do stress a little bit. And there's days that I slip, like I said the other day. I said a couple of choice words and I shouldn't have done it. But I'm human. Now some people may say, well, Nelson, that's because you're falling away from Christ. You're not as close to Christ. Really? I just think with everything that was going on that day, I just think I was on overload. I love Jesus with all my heart, my soul, my might, every bit of me. I would rather him take me from this earth than for me to disappoint him. And I truly mean that. If I was going to bring pain to him or the Father and disappointment, I'd rather him just take me to hell and leave me. I'd rather sacrifice that in my life, being there, knowingly what's going to happen to me, because I'm a traitor to them. So you know nothing easy is going to come. Not that anything is going to be easy there. If anything is going to be easy is you're going to get everything. So sign your name of the dotted line. Some of you already have. But no, seriously. If I'm lying, may God silence my tongue. And so far, every time I've said this, he has not silenced my tongue. How many are like, whoa! No, I'm not mocking God. Don't even go there. I'm not mocking God. I know better than to mock God. I know what happens. I don't even play around with that. I mean, I did a little bit, but I'm just being a joking way of looking at things. Because sometimes you bring a little bit of humor into things. Not that God's humor. This is a sinking ship. I just officially smacked the iceberg and we're going down slow. So let's just put a couple corks in there. Where are we getting the corks from, Nelson? Come on, tell us. Are we getting them out of the wine bottles? Well, I'm sure the Titanic had champagne and stuff on it. Don't mean we got to drink it, but we can go get the corks, okay? Okay. Let's do it. Or we can just go down with the ship. I was the captain of the ship. I'd be like, yo, second mate. Yeah, you're the captain. Bye. Who made that rule? The captain must go down with the ship. No. Not today. But anyways, I hope you guys are really ready for the holidays, and I hope you're gonna have family over. Crazy thing is I was talking about Jessica earlier on the video. She doesn't even watch these videos, so it's not like she's ever going to hear any of the stuff that I say. But she may one day. God just may lead her onto one of these videos, and she may just hear it and go, "Wow." I'm so proud of her. I just hope that her life isn't falling back into the bad tracks that she was on, and that people took advantage of her, used her, and just treated her like crap. She's worth way more than that. First of all, because she's a child of God. Second of all, that she's a really good young lady. She deserves somebody good in her life, not just for somebody that's going to use her for whatever they can get. And we all know these days what life's about. Not saying that that's all that's happening in her life, but who knows these days? I mean, I can't even go off of saying, well, I was young once, because I didn't do that stuff. And, I mean, I actually really didn't. I mean, I've been in plenty of parties, and I've been with plenty of my friends, so-called friends, at these parties, and I mean, they get to drinking and looking around, and they were trying to figure out who was going to take them home. Who's going to, sleep with me tonight. But we would, obviously we use choice words, the big mother of all words. Oh, fudge. Yeah, that's what I would listen to most of the night. And my one friend was kind of laid back. I mean, he slept around too, but not as often. But his thing was, is that all they're worried about? Yeah, I think that's what they think about from Sunday all the way to Friday. Now, see, because they would start partying Friday into Saturday, most of the day Saturday, and felt like crap all day Sunday. Myself, I didn't have that problem because I was never sober. And that's nothing to be proud of. That's actually scary. I'm surprised I didn't die of alcohol poisoning. It's crazy. I'm surprised I didn't die in all these car crashes, jumping off buildings, jumping off of bridges. Holy moly, man. I should be dead. I mean, literally. It's intense. I'm still here. It's amazing. I think of that song Amazing Grace. I love that song. There's only a few people that I know that sing it that I actually like the version and how they sing it. But, of course, I don't know. I'm just kind of weird. I just kind of listen to certain sounds that has to draw me in. That's kind of the reason why I like the modern type music, is because it kind of brings my 80s music into it. And sometimes I wonder if that's even good to listen to that, like, upbeat thing. But, like, when I do get a chance to work out and stuff, I mean, I kind of listen to, like, oh my gosh, I can't even think of his name. Huh. Zach Williams. Zach Williams, Need to Breathe. Oh, man, what is that guy's song? I love their music. And I can picture the guy, but I can't think of their band. Wow, I just cannot think of it. Anyways, they're the ones that sang that song, Nobody. Real pop, been around for a long time. Really good music. So when I'm kind of mellowed out, like, I'll drive down the road, and days I'll listen to, like, Lauren Daigle. I actually like Lauren Daigle. I didn't like her at first, but I didn't like some of her newer stuff because I thought she was trying to become more worldly and do that flip like Skillet did and all them. It's like, can't you just praise and worship God? Do you have to be this modern whatever they are calling that? Because you're far from God when you start doing that nonsense. But there was another girl too that I liked. I don't know. My brain is hurting. Hurting, I'm telling you, hurting. Tomorrow is actually my Saturday. Thursday's my Sunday. Friday is my Monday. So, hopefully sometime in the morning maybe I can get downstairs and do a little bit of a workout. And I'm going back to just drinking. Hopefully I can get off the soda, period. Eventually I'm going to get myself off of it. I'm just going to just go back to drinking one a day. And that seemed to work. And just drink water. Oh, I'm so thrilled for this. And see if I can get myself back in shape. No reason. Well, there is reasons, but I don't know. I know. I hear people say, "Oh, I thought you were already on a diet. Oh man, you don't stick to anything." Truck drivers can be the worst people in the world to even talk to. And then when you sit down and start telling people the foods and stuff that I used to eat and how I used to eat, they look at me like I'm crazy. Oh, you seriously ate that? Yeah, that's exactly what I eat. That's why I like cod today. I love cod. It's about the only, besides fish sticks, I don't know what's in that. Like, Vandy Camp. Mainly because probably the bread, and I would guess. I don't know where everybody's at, but we have an Arthur Treacher's, which is kind of like Long John Silver's, and that Captain D's or whatever it's called. What is going on here? I had to lock my brakes up last night. My camera went off, so I'm sure I'm going to be getting called in the office for that one. Seems like that's all the time, man. I had a phone call with the one manager because I showed up at a store and I hit arrival, and the machine didn't click over fast enough, and it put me there at 9:59. 8:59, and I was supposed to be there at 9. 1 minute. 1 minute, man. That is crazy. But then if you do 9:01, you're late. How the freak are you supposed to be on time? I don't know. Isn't it fun? You guys get to hear all about life when I'm driving home in the week. It helps relieve things. It helps you clear your mind. And I'm serious. You guys should just try this one time. You should just drive down the road and just talk to yourself. Don't worry. People are going to think you got earbuds in. Nobody's going to. People won't even pay attention these days. And just literally just relieve everything that you're going through. Or have yourself a good bud that you can just call on and say, "Hey, can I tell you about my week?" "Oh, sure. Tell me all about it." I used to talk to people all the time, and it actually helped me get through a lot of my stuff, because I was giving them advice on things, and then I just start going, well, why don't I use that? I mean, it can work in my life. I mean, if I'm giving it to somebody else, why can't it work in my life? You know, first of all, we got to learn to pray about everything. No matter what's in our life, we have to pray about it. And we got to pray and pray and pray and pray until something happens. Not necessarily you got to ask Jesus for the same prayer every day. The Bible doesn't say that. Somebody told me it did, and I said, well, where? Because I don't see that in the Bible anywhere. Well, what about pray until something happens? Well, that could be anything. Doesn't necessarily mean, like, I pray for the children. I don't have to name them all off on name. I just say lift up friends and family. Let whatever in their lives increase until they truly come to find you, truly repent from the heart, and receive you. I ask for a godly spouse and a godly mentor to be placed into their lives. And that's how I leave it. Whether it's a friend, whether it's family, whatever. It kind of throws it all in there. It's like saying the Lord's Prayer that he taught us. Father, hallowed be thy name, for thy kingdom come, thy will be done here on earth as it is in heaven. You keep going down the line, and you're pretty much, we don't have to pray all these ridiculous big words and all these big things. But if you're going to use that, I also say you should meditate with him for a bit. Sit there with the Father and say, what do you have for me today? What do you want me to do today? Because my way doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. When you're asking God to prune stuff out of your life, and he pulls a person away from your life, people, you gotta let it go. He may bring it back and he may not. You want to hear something sad? Well, actually, kind of cool, but it broke my heart too, in a good way. Yesterday, when Darlene got back, I think it was yesterday, that they made cookies, and over at her oldest daughter's house, her youngest daughter's house. Her older daughter stays there for now, and with the granddaughter, and so they were making cookies and doing all that, which, I mean, a little bit I was sad. I mean, you know, I miss doing that stuff, but it's okay. I mean, I'm happy for Darlene. I mean, honestly, I'm happy that she gets to finally be a grandmother, not a mom grandma or grandma mom, whatever. I mean, because there for a while she was doing most of the work. And when we decided to go back to Florida, Jasmine decided not to go. So I said, well, then you got to stop doing this stuff, because here in about a month or so, we're going to be leaving. She's got to figure this stuff out. You know, you can't keep doing it all, and when you're gone, who's going to do it? She's not thinking, and she thought that I was coming against her. I guess, I don't know. Whatever. That's my word for the day. Whatever. But when Darlene got home, she was so excited. She called me. Well, I think she called me before she got home. And she said, they told Chloe that she could pick out 2 cookies to send home for me. And I was shocked, first of all. Second of all, that's all I've been thinking about is that cookie. It's like, I almost want to just put it down there on my shelf with my stuff. I don't know. Maybe one day God will give me another grandkid. Maybe when I go to eat. I know there's a couple little kids there. There's the one I was teaching to make a fire. And the one little girl just follows me around. So it's kind of cool. like on the last vision I had, we were laying outside and just watching the stars, and the stars are so bright. I mean, it's like you could almost reach up and touch them. That's what it feels like. And then when you start hearing the scuffling, I just grab her and take off running back into the cave, because I don't want them to get a hold of her. But I also want them to be able to enjoy this what God has created. It's amazing, people. At least in my visions, things are peaceful. It's pretty peaceful now. I can honestly say my life is pretty peaceful. There's not a lot of drama in it no more, but that's all the people God removed out of my life. I remember a while back when the oldest son died, and I didn't end up going because of all the nonsense and all the drama. There could be no drama started here. Well, if somebody, and I was told that my daughter's boyfriend, fiance, whatever he is, was talking about me. Well, I'm not the drama. Not at all. Because I have no problem speaking my mind on things. If that's drama to you, I don't know what is. People fail to realize I raised that boy. Whether he liked me or not. Whether anybody likes me or not. I never treated him any different. There was more discipline with him than there was the rest of them, and they were probably getting away with bloody murder because he was constantly messing up. Who knows? Didn't mean I didn't love him. I say that a lot. Either way, it's sad that he's not here anymore. His kids are going to grow up without a father. And his fiance, some of the posts that I see that she writes, it's just sad because, you can feel her pain. You can feel like she truly misses him and loves him, and I'm glad that he finally had that. I really do, because I don't think he really did. I think he didn't know what love truly was. And I think that he finally got it with her. And, tomorrow's not guaranteed, but today is. We're still here. So make today count. Make today count for yourself, for your salvation. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever is, I am tired. Beaten. Well, we were talking about Christmas dinner. We're not making a lot of stuff for Christmas dinner this year. We still got turkey. We froze some of the turkey, so we're going to unfreeze that. We have another turkey out. Well, actually, we got 2 turkeys in the freezer, and we got a ham. So we're just going to cook the ham and reheat up the turkey that we got left over. Darlene makes this green stuff. It's cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli with cream of mushroom soup, I think she puts in it. But she boils the vegetables, put it in a pan, like a bacon pan type thing. She puts it in there, puts the cream of mushroom soup over it, and then she puts cheddar cheese over top of it, bakes it. And it's real soft. And the first time she did it, she overcooked it a little bit too long, and it got real soft. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But the good thing about it is you can take turkey and chicken and whatever, put on top of that, add a little bit of cheese over top of that, and then cut it. It's basically like a pot pie type thing. And then she makes this roasted baked cauliflower with Parmesan cheese. She dips it in olive oil and puts Parmesan cheese on it and bakes it. It gets real crispy. Man, people, I can't stop. When that comes out of the oven and it's nice and crispy, I can't stop eating. And I'm not a big cauliflower person, but that's actually pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of foods that I've tried. Then she made this, I think it's squash, but she put cheese in it or whatever. It didn't really taste like squash. It tastes like scalloped potatoes, like a cheesy au gratin type potato or something like that. It was actually pretty good. So she's gonna make some more of that. It sounds like she's gonna do Christmas this year. I don't know. Usually I do, because I always felt bad because she always had to work. I listened to Jessica tell me, well, Mommy's working, and we'll have Christmas or Thanksgiving. They go over to their grandma, or Darlene's grandma, usually for Thanksgiving or whatever. And we're going to have cottage cheese. And I think that's it. The ham, the turkey, that whatever I said it was, like scalloped potatoes, the green stuff, and some cheddar, Parmesan cauliflower. And that's going to be our Christmas dinner. Yum, yum, yum. I think I got bit by a spider again. I can feel it. I think I got bit right here in the back of my neck. And I'm telling you right now, I'm about sick of these dang on spiders. Look at this clown. I shouldn't call him a clown. Forgive me, Lord, for calling this person a clown, but crying out loud, man, they're right up on me. I mean, that's ridiculous. Stay positive. Stay positive. Just get out of the way and let them go around you. I wish Jesus would come right now. I wish he'd take me with him. I really am exhausted. Some days better than others. There's some days I literally just pray and pray and pray that he just takes me from here. We'll see. But anyways, I hope you guys got your shopping all done. I did some more today for Darlene, and I started to tell her I think I'm pretty much done, but then I said, or not, I don't really know. I could stumble across something else. I didn't buy her no shoes this year for Christmas. Usually I do. I buy her a pair of running shoes or something. I didn't get her no shoes this year. No slippers. I think she's got plenty of slippers. I don't know. I just wanted to have things, and because she always sacrificed herself. And when she got money from her dad for Christmas, she'd always pay off the credit cards or bills or whatever she used, or go out and buy the kids stuff. Sad. Never had a stocking. I mean, I couldn't believe it. We had, I mean, I think their first year they had stockings when we first got together. And the highlight, I love stockings, man. That's the best part of Christmas, is going over to your stocking and seeing what's in it. A lot of people they don't believe in it. I think it's awesome. Guys, does anybody on here remember their favorite toy? Like when you grew up, did you have a favorite toy? I can't really say I had Georgie was my buddy, so he wasn't really like a toy to me. He's real to me. I'm amazed when Darlene gets to see him like how I see him. I mean, well, she don't see him how I see him. She still sees him like a stuffed animal, but like, I don't know. I'm always curious what people like. We were talking about it the other night at the DC, and people were talking about Light Bright and Easy Bake Ovens, and this one girl said that she always wanted this Holly Hobby doll, and she never got it. And so her husband now, they've been married for I don't know how long, I can't remember, but their kids are now teenagers, and he went out looking for that particular doll, and finally found one for her and bought it for her for Christmas last year. And it's funny because it's on her desk at work. I said, "Do you carry it with you?" She goes, "No." I said, I carry CG, but Georgie, I used to bring him out. But I'm so not that I'm not worried about CG or nothing, but Georgie, there was an incident that happened, and I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. But Darlene wrapped him up in her blanket. Well, we had forgot the blanket, and I was so hungry. We were already like halfway to where we were going to get something to eat, and then we was going straight home. And I realized we didn't have Georgie, and I just started crying and praying that he was going to be okay, that nobody was going to get in the truck or anything. I mean, that's how real he is to me. You know, I would literally, if the house was on fire, I would literally go in the house to get him. And I truly mean it. I would soak myself down with water. I'd find whatever I could find to wrap around myself and soak it with water, and I would go back into that house. Then people are going to have to shoot me to stop me from going back in the house. If anything happens, I'm going to heaven anyway, so hasta la vista. Hasta la vista, baby. Turn off your brights, man. Or not. Okay, go ahead, leave them on. I'm sorry to be traveling on your road. I know you own all this, and you can just drive with your brights on and blind everybody. Traffic control, man. Oh, boy. Well, leave a comment on what your favorite toy was. I mean, think about it. I grew up with, obviously, Sesame Street, and I had lots of Sesame Street toys. And, you know, then as you get older, I mean, I grew up with Batman. I love Batman. I had King Kong. I love King Kong, man. I had all kinds of these rubber King Kong things. I had a statue. It was plastic. That it had like the Eiffel Towers, the Twin Towers and stuff there. Or the state building. I forget what he climbed in the movie King Kong. I think it was the Twin Towers, to be honest. But some people say no, it was the Eiffel Tower. I don't think it was. I think it was the Twin Towers. But I could be wrong. And then he's got Fay Ray in his hand. One day I'm going to find that again. I know it's got to still exist. Somebody's got to have it. it's got to be somebody probably had it in the basement. Parents passed away, grandparents passed away, and kids don't want it, don't even care, don't even know what property it is, and it's going to end up in a thrift store, or it's going to end up on eBay, it's going to end up somewhere. And then we had I got the $6 million man. My older sister got Bionic Woman. And I never had any other things that went with it, just the $6 million man. But my thing is, I want to get the $6 million man and Bigfoot. There was a Bigfoot in there. I forget who played the Bigfoot at the time. I used to know, but I can't remember who actually played. I think it might have been Andre the Giant. I can't remember. For the life of me, I can't remember. But anyways, the Bigfoots, they go for quite a bit. I think they're like $300 or $400. So even if I did find one, I probably would not pay that kind of money for one single toy. I mean, I paid $600 a while back, but it was a bunch of different toys. And the Star Wars stuff, that was a bunch of different toys. It wasn't like one toy. Then they got the Shogun Godzilla, which is a big plastic Godzilla back in the 70s. His fists fly off, and he's got this button in the back where his tongue comes in and out. And now I wouldn't mind having that, but that thing's like $300-400. I can't ever seem to find one cheaper. I found one that was missing the hands, but you could buy replica hands. It's not the same. I mean, you pretty much got to keep that thing completely vintage. And I don't know. I'm thinking one day I might find one at the Ben's or the flea market, or somebody not knowing what it is at a yard sale or estate sale or something. I watch all these people that go to these estate sales, find all this cool, awesome stuff. Star Wars cases full of the original figures, and they're getting them for $50, $60. I'm thinking, why? First of all, why can't I come across stuff like that? And then I'm thinking, well, because when do you have time to ever do any of that? Well, this vacation, I'm doing it. I hear we got a couple good toy stores around here. I'm going to drag Darlene up there. Maybe if I go look at shoes and makeup and all that good stuff, take her to a nice dinner, maybe she'll walk through the toy store with me. She'll walk through Home Depot with me and Lowe's. She don't mind those. Speaking of which, while we're out tomorrow, I'm going to have to stop in there to get different prices for fences. So, oh man, you guys, I wish I could show you a picture of this moon. Wow. I can't even pull off. Even if I pulled off, you probably wouldn't be able to see it. I've never seen a moon like this ever. You think about it. I drive a lot, and I drive a lot at night and early mornings, and I have never, ever, I used to stay awake and just lay outside. Sometimes I'd lay on my hood of my car and fall asleep, just watching the stars. I'd go out the fields and just pull in the fields and just lay on my hood. I like being alone. It always helped me clear my head. Man, I'm telling you, I've never seen nothing like this. I don't know if I can find a place that's clear enough to where I can actually get a good picture of it. I wonder if we're supposed to have like a full moon, but it almost looked like a blood moon. And it looks so low. I mean, like I can just stand on top of this bridge and touch it. That is intense. Huh. Wow. I'm hoping you guys are actually seeing this. I'm sure wherever you're at. Like, I know Brandon, I know you're in Canada, man. Hey? Luke, he is in the land down under. And Tracy, you are always want to say Jersey, but I'm almost positive it's New York. Ayana, she's in Florida. I still never figured out what part of Florida she's actually in. I mean, I want to say Tampa side, but I don't think it's Tampa side. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a long time. I think that's the only ones ever said that where they were from. Few of there was a few. The lady that had the kids down in Florida. I forget her name. There was a couple other ones, but I can't for the life of me, man. My memory, man, I need to just shut down and regroup and reprogram myself here because gosh, it's like so much going on. It's crazy. But anyways, yeah, let me know what your favorite toy was. And the year, do you guys remember like cartoons and your favorite cartoon? I would get a bowl of cereal and go in there and eat in front of the TV. We had a rule, if we didn't drink our milk, we could dump more cereal in there. I don't know who started that dumb rule, but oh well, at least you got to eat more cereal. Remember the cool prizes we got in there? Like, even the Cracker Jacks. Cracker Jacks had some cool toys. I actually got some baseball cards at Cracker Jacks once, and the Cracker Jacks wasn't so good, but my grandma said that those were like old ones. That she don't even know how I even ended up with a box of Cracker Jacks that was that old. I wonder why I probably got sick. But leave me a comment. I would love to hear what somebody's favorite Saturday cartoon was and their favorite cereal back then, and what was your favorite toy? Or what was the favorite toy that you always wanted but never got? And lately, I've been getting a lot of toys that I always wanted and never had growing up. But I'm hoping that I can start completing a couple of the, like the Ewok Village. I'm missing a few pieces off of that. I'm missing the railing, the elevator thing, the ball, the little ball thing they throw down, and the net, and the fire pit. So I went on there, was trying to price some of this stuff. I mean, some of this stuff is like ridiculous what they want for it. It's like, dang. But then I thought about just buying another one that was almost complete and just using both of them. Because you can. In Ewok Village, they had, well, that's a village, you know, they had plenty of the trees in Return of the Jedi. But, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's in the budget for toys next year. I should get a budget. Darlene gives me a budget. Be like, that's how much money I get to spend on toys. Yeah, she's never really said anything. She really said, you know, as long as you believe Jesus is okay with it. Sometimes I don't think that. I don't know. You know, but I then again, she tells me she's okay with it. I don't know, but I can't falsely accuse her. But sometimes I don't think she is. But that's falsely accusing. So and I know she would tell me the truth. Like, she tells me all the time that, you know, I don't like the way you chew. I don't like the way you snore. I don't like the way you walk around the house. I don't like the way you leave the refrigerator door open. I don't like the way you drink out of the milk carton. I don't like the way I literally do that. Well, I probably snore because when I'm real super tired, I do snore. It's because you're fat. No, it's because I'm tired. I'll probably snore tonight. Probably end up sleeping outside on the breezeway. So, just wanted to share some of my thoughts that were on my mind. So let me know. Till the next one, it'll be a Christmas video just for you. Alright. Love you guys. Till the next one.